Including experience bonus when playing with mint. I'll decide later. I don't know what that's about right now. What's going on? It's been probably a month or two since I played this. I'm not exactly sure how long it's been. But the goal today is to actually play. It's gonna probably be a short stream. Let me get this all set up over here. There we go. So it's probably gonna be a short stream. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be streaming for. My girl is out right now. She's out to dinner with her parents, so, or not dinner, lunch. A little too early for dinner. So she's out with them and the baby. So got a couple, maybe probably like 2 hours that I can kill some time with on this game. And then when she comes home, I'll jump off for a little bit, and then I'll be back on tonight, probably around 7, 8, or 9 p.m. And I'll either do some racing or I'll go back more to Final Fantasy. But that's the game plan for today. So while I got a little bit, what's up, bud? While I got a little bit of time, I will play. I'm not sure what to do with my webcam. Normally, I kind of like it off center, but now it's like directly in front of me. So even with racing, it's like, I don't know. I kind of like it off center because I make stupid faces. But yeah. So last we left off, I believe. The thing that's going to kill me is trying to remember my abilities. It's a good thing there's not too many right now. Inventory, right? Do I have those food things? Okay, I do. I have 20. I have them all the way over here. I should put them probably back further. Apparently, I need to go through and sell stuff in my inventory. That's probably the first thing I should do. Dispels an illusion. Okay, it's probably something I want to keep, right? So I'll put this back here. And glamour, something important. I need to sell that. I don't care about any of this, right? Ooh. Sorry about that. I don't have a mute button for Discord yet, or I would have stopped myself from doing that. Assuming the dyes we would keep, right? Whoops. Where did I just put that? I'm gonna do just a little quick cleaning up, because there's probably... Whoops. It's so awkward. Like I said, I don't know what I should keep or what I don't. I know it doesn't matter because all this stuff's probably irrelevant unless I'm really trying to like level stuff up later down the line, but I think the dyes I gotta keep. Whoops, I just messed that up. Why is it letting go? Like, I actually gotta hold it. Like, that's so strange. I accidentally swapped something to this page. See, and then that one I didn't have to hold down. Strange. There's not like an auto sort button? Nah, I didn't think there would be. I don't see nothing anywhere. So I'll be getting this set up real fast, and then... Huh. And then actually I'm gonna go grab a drink before we start. One thing I just realized in the back of my head, salmon pink. Oh, they're all different. They just look red. Okay. Whoops. Don't want that. Green. It looks like all the dye's out of the way. Pretty sure I can just sell everything else, right? I guess I want to keep some food, because that'll give me more experience. I'm gonna keep these, because that's for the summon the mount, or him to be a battle buddy. Everything else I'll try to sell. I'm not really sure where to go from there. Right. And let's continue. Oh, we got the blue quest, a recurring problem. See what this is about. Probably just a dungeon quest. I know you have scarce had a chance to rest, but I'm afraid there is still work to do. The Ultimate's weapon's destruction, 'twould seem, has served to embolden the beastmen, who now seek to call their god once more. Even as we speak, the Emolja and the Ixal and the kobolds are making preparations for their respective summoning rites, and that is but half of it. Much to our dismay, all three tribes were somehow able to produce vast quantities of crystals. Oh my. Oh, my turn to say something. Ahem. Basically, this means the primals will be stronger than they were before. Far, far stronger. Their previous incarnations will seem as pale imitations. The beast tribes, we believe, began hoarding crystals with a vengeance in the wake of ultimate weapons made an appearance. You will remember that as the last time it devoured 3 primals in one sitting. The Grand Companies are aware of the potential primal outbreak. Alas, due to the losses they incurred to ensure the success of Operation Archon, they are ill-equipped to take any meaningful measures. After deliberation, the leaders concluded that they must needs turn to us once more, to thee. The etheric waves that we observed in Mordana do not appear to bear a connection to any beast tribe. Hey, what's up, Jack? Yet more still remains beyond our knowing. We must prepare for all possibilities. I am loath to send you into the midst of danger again so soon, but none have proven themselves to be more capable against the primals than you. Will you undertake the mission? You have my thanks. I truly do not know what we would do without you. Go ahead, Thancred. Ahem. With circumstances as they were, I haven't had the chance to properly express my gratitude. I owe you my life. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. A string of failures has left me feeling powerless. I wanted to be stronger than I might do right now by my fellow scions. But instead, I caused you all no end of grief and suffering. I swear to you, it shan't happen again. Owing to everyone's miscentrations, I am quite recovered now. I hope to return to my duties again. Never seen that word before. Hope I said it right. Miscentrations, I think? I don't know. Thancred's return marks the beginning of a new chapter for the Scions. Let us renew the fire in our hearts and continue to press forward. Now then, back to the matter of the primals. With no fewer than thee of the beings threatened to appear, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. We must take it one sure step at a time. Urianger has the overview of the situation as it stands. Please speak with him and receive guidance on your mission. I'm shocked it just didn't let him just start talking. Oh, that's because he left the room. Okay. I think that was just a side quest. This is the main story now. I think I gotta fix this a little bit up top. There we go. Looked like the top border was clicking through. Ah, I didn't read that. I want to click back to my screen and click the OBS for a second. Do excuse me for interrupting, my lady. The gentleman from Ashkana Exports has just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tataru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this morning. Thank you, my lady. Ever since we defeated Gaius Van Belsar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where we once worked in secret with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. So make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will. The message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tataru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the syndicate overtours are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, it was our goal of serving Eorzea, not the interest of the individual Eorzeans. Our Oh, tongue tied. Neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? Our Baldessian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to. Forgive me, I did not mean to burden you so. Yet my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you the counsel of the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. Oof. One thing I forgot is that sometimes they use words and it tongue ties me a lot. Speak very proper. I need more slang. So the only thing, Jack, that's unfortunate is I got a new ultra wide monitor over the weekend for sim racing. But the problem is I can't get it to work right with streaming with Final Fantasy 14. So I kind of had to just plop the game in the center of my screen. So I'm barely utilizing any of my space right now. So it's a little unfortunate, but obviously that's going to look a lot better for whoever's watching. So that's more important. But sim racing is amazing because I can still get the full width and you're still seeing exactly what you saw before. I definitely have to figure out how to do ultra wide though for other games because that's going to be a problem in the future. Part of me kind of wants to skip these blue quests and just focus on MSQ right now. I'll come back to them at another time or maybe do them off stream. Oh, I gotta be in here for MSQ. I'm not even paying attention. I know my one friend told me to do the blue quest, but I feel like I'm gonna do them when I feel like I need to. I talked to Orianje. Let me zoom this map out. There we go. I gotta speak with all of them. Oh yeah, it's for the side quest though. Recall your meeting with the Admiral shortly after the Leminson sent word of summoning of Titan. Then mayhap you also recall my words to our host. I said unto Merowib that her people have broken their treaty with the Kobolds, and that the Beastmen have justly responded, and that we have been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke, in short, the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Leminsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Leminsians to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of their guilt. Upon the subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Are many dalliances? It's a weird one. With the city-state have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish entirely. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have powers is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is a glowing belief amongst the refugees that Alamigo could be liberated if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet there is one of many causes. We stand at a crossroad. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papa Limo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? I feel you. None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we were to sell our services for guilt, we might as well declare our fealty to Uldal now and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. I gotta speak with him for two different things. Such knowledge as I possess of the beast tribes and their primal is at thy disposal. Whether man or beast man, we are We are wont to speak the power when plunged into the black depths of despair. The despair doth began with the Amalja, who have already summoned forth Ifrit. With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou wouldn't do well to seek his counsel. There's a lot of power to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth produce dictate, oof man these words, dictate that those with power and proffer aid with one hand will list the other, what is that, resteth ever on their hilt. Goddamn Urianje in these words. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. No doubt that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. This sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few, and our fortune is so finite. I think that's just to kill Ifrit again. I don't think that's going to be important right now. I'm assuming since it's level 50, it's probably just to do a harder version of it. I'm not that worried about it. The situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along. I don't know who that is. Oh, okay. Well, I'll worry about it later then. That's not too bad. Like I said, I know I was told to do the blue quest, but I have limited time today, so I'm going to try to just focus on MSQ, because what time is it? 12:42. I'm not sure what time my girl's going to get home, but when she gets home, I'm going to get off for a little bit, and then I'll probably be back on later tonight, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy tonight or racing. I might do some racing tonight, since I haven't did that in a little bit either. Oh, Alphanol, Dagonite, is all amiss? You desired counsel, and you shall have it. Minfilia, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah. We must do what? So long as we remain within Ul'danan territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an aetheryte? They know fully well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why it and other favors will be denied us unless we cooperate. If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us the appearance of neutrality is important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length, and plant our banner in a place which we all agree to be beyond their borders. Alright. I probably should have did that too before I turned on the stream. I still got a shower. I didn't do that yet today. I just kind of jumped right on after my girl went to her parents' house. They went out to go eat lunch. Mordana. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within a neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By the way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. Okay. I didn't see where it was going at first. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'dah and her people over the years, but I truly believe this is the best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concentrated effort. Ul'dah is our home, Alphanald. To cast aside everything we built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make. At Descendant, I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which we first moved us to found the signs of the seventh dawn, and which moved you to found the path of wait, and getting tongue tied again, and which moved you to found the path of the 12's era. That's weird. That didn't make it much sense. I don't like the way that was written. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did, that makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We're as much your family as... That will be all, Alphanode. What you doing? Knocking things over. Of course it's you, Trixie. I knew you were making noise. Sure you have some familiar affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no. I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. That sound in a minute. That ring wasn't better? What was it that I just got? I thought it was a ring. 10, 10, 11, 14? Oh, yeah, I guess that one is better. Moving on. Lee of Ul'dah, has it truly come to this? Oh. Pray attend to Alphanode. He is engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphanode waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh. And tell him he shall have his answer in due time. Do. I think I might need to use a different one. I feel like it's like real dark at times, but then when the monitor brightens up, I feel like that's all I need. It's just daytime. I just don't know why it's so dark. I need to be back in here again? I said I was to meet up with Alphanol somewhere else. I didn't know he was still in here. When he walked out, I assumed he actually walked out. I guess he just walked out of the room, not paying attention. Was this a cutscene? Confound it. She knows what must be done, and she still hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Minfilia's mother, well, adopted mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Flamen was her name. I don't know if I said that right. Though you may know her better as the Songstress of Ul'dah. She was a performer of singular talent, and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlian Mistral. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to engage speculation. Minfilia, too, struggled to first accept the truth, but as Flamen, I'm not sure how to say that, absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate, for whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Flamen is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Illud, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Mathilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth to Lanasia at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire the Master Kengujuru as to the veracity of these rumors. I don't feel like I'm educated enough to play this game. They didn't teach us half these words when I was in school. And no one uses them in real life, so of course. Never heard of them before. Alright, so can I just do this map? Alright, I remember. I can fly now, right? If I remember when I last logged on. Can I like fly or something? Yeah, here we go. It's awesome. That'll speed things up a lot. Oh, sweet siren of the sands. My Mikiti Muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane, I mean. What brings you to my humble resort? Flamin? You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Ul'dah? Egads, man. If I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Oh, for shame. To think that she now plies her trade for the riffraff off to the west, or whatever she said she was going. It is a tragedy, I say, a tragedy. West, is it? Thank you, Master Gaguruju. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are a number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witness might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel onto Wineport and do the same. I think my one problem is I'm trying to read too fast. I just need to slow it down because it's messing me up. Okay, so that's just across the river up this way. Probably just teleport over there, right? Yeah, teleporting's still gonna be faster. I'll do that. Thought I clicked this to travel, right? Oh, I don't. Okay. From playing the recent WoW expansion, I got that in my brain that I gotta actually click these. I forgot I can just teleport at will in this. Ugh. Well, if it isn't Dagonite, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold. To give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly, I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with the tastings, you understand? If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that, could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say. He could smell her from 10. So she either reeks or got a lot of perfume on. You want to know if I've seen a mosquito lass by the name of Flamin? Flamin? I don't know. I wish. Have I seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. And I guess we meet back up with Alpha Node? Nope. This person. Sniff, sniff. I see you've had many grand adventures since we last spoke. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago? One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating. Yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road to the south into Raincatcher Gully and then head east across the second bridge. The flowers, which grow in the shade of the cliff, have the strongest scent. You see, if you make haste, you may yet find her there. I'll teleport. That'll be faster. Ooh. You're one of aliens, aren't you? The one's got a, that one's got a ghost in her attic, you know? Keeps sending other adventurers to that damn place that she calls a palace. Thinking you're gonna bring her fellow back. 'Twas 7 of us that day. One of them her feller. My best friend was another. Soon we walked in, a toneberry attacked, it was dark, and we couldn't get purchase on the floor. It was covered in lake slime, then in blood. What more is there to say? Only Aline and I made it out, by the grace of the 12. Everyone else is dead. Think I'd leave 'em behind, leave my brother by another blood? If I hadn't seen what the toneberry left, I saw no treasure there, only death. I said my piece. You want to see it for yourself? That's your business. I'll ferry you there for my adventuring, but for my adventure days are over, and I'm the boatman of this lake. She thinks they're all alive, you see. All 5 of them hiding from the toneberry, somewhere in this palace. She tried to flee the infirmary. She told folk about her friends needing rescuing. Then she got sly. Ah, poor lost Aline. Think the money doesn't remember better. I wasn't supposed to be here. All I did was unlock a dungeon. Okay, well, let's go here then. It did say go south. Why did I go north? Oh well, I got a quest off the map at least. All I did was unlock a dungeon, I guess, but it's something. It's a quest and it's off the map. I need to go south. Like I said, I don't know how I am on time, so focus a little bit more on MSQ. And all those blue quests, to my knowledge, are unlocked, so I can always do that off stream too. Oh, so this thing I thought this was a public event, that's why I ignored it. That's actually where I was supposed to go. I am in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gobu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make perfume, you see, and Lavin? I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Uldoa, I presume? Minfilia, or should I say, Ascilia, is looking for you. Ascilia? You are the very picture of a healthy milady. You are the very picture of health, milady. Yet, the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that that was by design. The question is why. Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of Nicaea aside, when exactly will be the right time? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My, my apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we have which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer local? Wineport, say? This this is not at all how I envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Mephilea's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I have kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. I can just teleport there. Perfect. Oh, just put me there. Even better. That's what I like to see. At Descendant, you have a guest. The Min? Ascilia. Cilia, maybe? I don't know. Kind of wish these were more voiced. I haven't seen her like this in years. I I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead. But what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I can think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated it in secret. I am so proud of you, Asilia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Celestia perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If I ever lost sight of you, I can find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone through so much trouble. It was no trouble to me. My darling, I fear I cannot say the same for Dagonet, however. I could not have made it without him. Thank you. Thank you both. There's something else. This... Ooh. Deshaun. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it? My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance when I was yet a child. He brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamin who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, told me everything I needed to know how to survive. I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It is clear there is much I do not know about you and your mother, both. One of our first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It was so much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamin as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there I'm at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is there something amiss? No, Celia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come and how much further you must still go. And your allies have accomplished more than I ever could have hoped. You have succeeded where I have failed and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become and the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have yet to do and of what it may entail. Celia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ul'dah. Lamin. You built it once, Cecilia. You can build it again. This time we'll do it together. Truly? Alpha, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll, as you proposed. Ooh. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform the fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldessian. Preparations begin at once. I feel like I should have took a nap before playing this. Ugh. Child woke up very early this morning. Probably should have just took the money. I don't think I'm going to find any upgrades. Until... yeah, none of that stuff's really upgrades. Total item level 70. Yeah, I'm at like 90 and above. Okay. Come on, give me a voice cutscene for once. Ah. It is all well and good, but we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll. But there is so much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters. Antecedent. I'm probably saying that wrong. Really, Alphanode, if I need to concern myself with anything, it is surely a matter such as these. Indirectly, perhaps, I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might be best be entrusted. And here I am. Nor do I come alone. May I represent the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. It is an honor, Antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphinaud, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates in Revenant's Toll hold the signs of the Seventh Dawn in highest regard. We would soon be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which much needs be negotiated. If please, I would do so. It does. Sir, unless I am mistaken, you are the one known as Degonite, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance? Slathborn spoke to you in the most gloomy terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate the Garlean Castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcomed at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence ere long. Well, well, it would seem your reputation precedes you. Mayhaps I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest, after all. You have traveled so far, and there is already so much you have done for us and for me. I am pretty tired in real life. Maybe I will take a nap. We will speak anon. Till then, take care. Quest completed. Cutscene. Reading a book. I wonder what book I'm reading. The last book I read was Dungeon Crawl Carl. Well, audiobook. And that was amazing. Ah, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with us to the Solar. Alphinaud has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us. Oh man, if I open my window, that's a flashbang. So that's a little too bright. I'm trying to like light it up a little bit here. There we go. I got it cracked. There it goes. Now it looks like I'm not in the shadow too much. Just crack my window a little bit, or the blinds. You're here? Good. I've come bearing good news. Or bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. Alright. Also just wearing a hat, because after my haircut, I realized I'm a little bit bolder than I thought. Still got hair on my head though, but I like the hat better to cover it up. The negotiations are concluded. And our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordana, the Rising Stones. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectations of this monumentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Roban included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise? If anything is a mere formality, our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret of Eorzea. Let us affirm that... Ah, you clicked the button. Bud, you clicked my mouse. I was reading that. Well, obviously, risk apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. I know you want to be pet, but you can't... Bud? You keep clicking my mouse. I'm trying to read. Ah, he's a good boy. I know. You're a good boy. But I'm trying... You keep hitting my mouse, bud. You gotta stop hitting it. I don't know what the... No, you see, you're going right back to attack it. I'm gonna put you down... Not that way, but I'm going to put you on the bed. There you go. He's going to go jump on the bed anyways. Normally where he sleeps. The bed right behind me, that is. And the people have a right to know who saved them. You made me miss probably important dialogue there, bud. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I will reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, But in doing so, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and to no one, and to no one, and at once to all. Probably not the way I would have written that sentence, but I know they speak a little bit in like older tongue. And what of us, who have who have filled the primals and faced down the empire? To you, my fellow scions, I would say this: prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great. I say yet is no great. I say yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and time again united as one. There must be some way I can... Wait. That area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Flamen to teach me the basics of mining too. Don't even look like she could pick up a mining axe. Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alpha don't, I mean? It was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slafborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well. I'm gonna call that man every word I shouldn't say. How's that sound, Ophelia? I'm gonna make sure the Adventurers Guild doesn't want us, and then I get banned off Twitch. Hit him. Call him a lot of rude names, though. I'll keep on PG. Holy moly, what is all this? Oh, I think... Yeah, I did this before. Maniac Manor. That's a dungeon, right? Not here, though. Yeah, I'll do all of them another time. I'm going to focus on MSQ, because like I said, I know my time's a little limited at the moment. I was told to expect a scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It has been far too long. You have something for me, yes? Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You shall be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we have a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I jest. Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see. Haha, but I jest. Even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhap you being keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortunes to be had about the realm, and make it a bit raucous at times. But I imagine it to be a good place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. Is that you? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have an urgent news. We have received grim tidings from Gerdania, and it would appear our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste. Is everything quite alright, friend? I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it appears there is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries, you can rest assured that I'll see all necessary arrangements. Pray return at any time you see for more pressing matters. It's possibly a primal. Oh, no free teleport this time. Alright. Let's, use one of these then. I think it's funny that song plays every time. Oh. Wait a minute, why am I in here? Tartar will be right outside the building. Stupid. A message from Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordana. I wasn't privy to this conversation with the At Descendant, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that Ixal has been summoning Agruda again? Or mayhap Imperial forces have been sighted within the Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I am almost certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go to ask the Antecedent if there's anything you can do. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Thine arrival is customary timely. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianji says, their readings bear a strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago. Though I had hoped Moggles guard beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, the disturbance warrants a full investigation. Thy presence hath been requested by Commander Heliux. He awaiteth thee at Adder's Nest. Pray hasten to Gridania. Ida and Papalima will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Oh man. Expect all that to pop up. Oh, okay, I'm out in the cities, right? Well, that's cool. I haven't seen it rain in this game yet. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, Jack, I'm not sure if you're still here or not, but with the better monitor, I'm running the game at a better resolution, so I don't know how that affects Twitch, but hopefully the game looks a little bit better. I think I used a better downscaling option too this time around. But like I said, I can only see Twitch on my phone at the moment, so I don't know how everything will look good on a phone because of how condensed the picture gets. Our scouts at the Etate Spire have sent word that the Ixal are attacking their position. They report that they have already weathered a sudden strafing run by one of the Birdsmen's blasted war balloons, and casualties were high. Have you seen the Beastmen dirigibles? The Ixal stock them with explosion munitions and rain hell on their targets below. Even should they float within bow range, the balloon's skins are thick and difficult to penetrate, though it can be done. Thus the spires were constructed throughout the Twelveswood, and Gridania's first line of defense against air assault from air assault. 'Tis frustrating indeed, then the recent conflicts have left them undermanned. I need you to head to the North Shroud immediately and lend your strength to the garrison at Tate's Spire. I am certain Captain Githerud will appreciate the help. Quest here, apparently. A pleasure to see you as always. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could not think of no one more qualified to, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Better. Not long ago, the Mogul Kuplo cop visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedseer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which would imperil the entire Twelveswood if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Moogles. The rest you should hear from the Kuplo cop himself. He awaits you in the with the Elder Seedseer at the Lotus Strand. What is this one for? Like that old blue quest I'll come back to later. Because I'm going to have to do a lot of them. And some of these are just for other classes as well. And professions. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. A little cough. And then mute myself for a second. However, I think I unmuted myself in Discord. I don't want someone to pop in there and start hearing me. There we go. Okay. Back to the MSQ. So we need to get over... Okay, we gotta stay in here then. To Old Gridania. Where am I wrong? Nope, right over here. Perfect. One night in Amphitheater. Yeah, see, I think them ones are just to get a harder version of the dungeon. The other Scions have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? What if I said no? What if I told your bitch ass just to stand there and not deal with it? The Warrior Light. What are you going to do about it? Aw, please be voiced. I'm gonna break from reading. Nope. Please, you have to stop them. But you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle, no firm thrashing is in order, yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kuplo Cop. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful I am that you have come. Upon such short notice, truly Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. My friend Kuplo Cop has brought some news of a most unsettling development. I think I need to get a tissue. My nose is getting clogged up. It would seem that good King Mogul Mog the 7th has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Mughal mythology. Kupo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time we Mughals served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there. Unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literal endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became disconnected and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Mughals. So good, so good King Mughal Mag VII, may his glorious name live forever, decided that the time has come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Mughals should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms were so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Mughal Mag VII, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. 'Tis he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Mughals came to this land, Kupo, all of us except good King Mughal VII. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that Mughal kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens from what I understand, that being your reasoning for contacting us, yes? I bet he tried to rope something rope something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea? The problem, Edith, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Mughal VII is a myth made by manifest via means akin to those employed by the Beastmen tribes in their summoning of gods. Shower done, food's needs. That's where I'm at. I'm at the part where I'm going to be needing to eat real soon. I'm hoping my girl comes home soon, because she's supposed to be bringing me some food. Wait, you're saying a handful of Mughals with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? Sounds like he's a primal and not the real person. What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Gerudo humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take such drastic measures? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought into the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you who braved these tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mughal guards are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and things might not end as well as they did for them as they did yesterday. Fear that fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe they can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes, come what may. I assure you, the Mughals' guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders. But ever since the return of good King Mughal VII, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they started to get a little carried away, Kupo, verging on a lot, in fact. Like the sylphs who summon Ramu, you mean? We could not discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Mughals in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Mughal kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus we do beseech you, confront good King Mughal Mag VII and drive him from our midst. Humbly I do thank you. I don't know why I didn't read that. Read it in my head instead. The sanctuary of the Mughals' guard and their liege lord concealed by magical wards. Brother Isumiyan of the Conjurer's Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they may be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Where to next? Is he like in here? I'll just leave. Not sure what's going on with the map. I think he's still in the city. Huh? Oh. I got confused for a second. I thought it was trying to send me back down the same path I just went. A Biddy. First name Tig. Welcome, welcome, that you should be the one to face the good King Mulamog VII is of great comfort to me and the elementals both. As I'm sure you know, the Mughals are not by nature a warlike race. Yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change to them. Thus does it behove us to defeat him quickly before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. I am ready to seek the king. The wards bearing access to the king's sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones, the self-same method employed 5 years ago, when the first king was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians, who then held keystones, for none were in possession at that time, by the grace of the elementals. However, we have spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplokop confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Mughals guard themselves. Yet, wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and I dare not labor any longer for fear that the Mughals might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplokop's keystones. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at the West Shore Pier. Impress upon him the great need, and I am certain he will yield. Is he still in here? He is, but I can still at least teleport out. I need to go to one of them stones, though. It's not, there's one right outside of here. Alright. Yeah, the one downside, I don't know if you saw me earlier, but I got a new monitor, and that's what I see right now. I can't get Final Fantasy to fit properly for streaming, so I kind of just set it up like I'm on a normal monitor. But sim racing, I don't have this issue, and it's amazing. It's amazing for sim racing, which is the 95% of the reason I got the monitor. Like I said, this in front of me is still like I'm on a regular monitor like I was before, so it's not like there's a big difference, at least while playing Final Fantasy. I did a truck race last night to test it out, and then set up the Final Fantasy for today to try to get it to work, which I'm glad I did it last night, because I fiddled with that for like an hour. It does have ultra ride, but the problem, let me see if I can go back to this real fast, even though it's a crappy view. When I ultra ride it, so all this stuff right here, so like the quest, you know, the text box, the mini-map, this, all gets pushed over to the right. So all you would see is straight down here like this. You would only see like from where my action bars is. You would only pretty much see the action bars. You would only see like pretty much the center of the screen. So this is how I can stream the ultra wide in OBS. I don't know how to make that better. So my only options was either to stretch it to fit or just crop it. And I cropped it that way it would be better quality for Twitch, because it looked pretty bad when I stretched it out. But yeah, it does work. Final Fantasy does work with ultra wide. Yeah, it's an OBS issue. Yeah, not a Final Fantasy issue. It looked amazing. I played when I was first logged on. I was just running around looking at everything. When everything stretched out, it was amazing. But then I turned on OBS and was like, okay, this isn't going to work. Because like I said, you wouldn't see the chat. You would pretty much see like right here, and then this was all cut off too. So you pretty much would only see like in this square if I have it stretched out to ultra wide. Everything else got pushed off to the sides. And then I tried to replay an old cutscene to see how that would work, and it also stretched the cutscene. So I was like, well, that's going to be even worse. 'Cause that's the things people probably want to see is the cutscenes. So how will you do it, Kupo? Oh, he told you about that? Well, if there's truly no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Well, that was easy. He gave them right up. I'm sure there is a way. I just didn't research it enough, though. I'm sure there's probably a better way to do it. I just took the fastest route possible, I guess. Which was, I'll just crop it and move on. Wait, what is going on? There we go. What's bugging me out? I just realized the pier's right here. I don't know why I ran away from it. Well, like I said, but for sim racing it's fine because the way I had the car set up before, you'll see the viewer will see exactly how I had my old monitor, but I'll see the extended view, which is nice because I can kind of see cars to my right and I can kind of see on my left window, which makes it so much more better. Not like, oh, is that guy next to me? Is he not next to me? It's like I can kind of see him now. I probably want to join you in the coming trial. I didn't even know there was going to be a trial, but I guess there's always going to be a dungeon or a trial coming up in a game like this. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us by consorting with this Hyrule? Imperials, Gridanians, Sylph, you are no different than the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Damn. Traitor to his king Moogles, he plots to treason against the crown. Enough. Kuplo Cop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who defy the good king Moogle Mog the Seventh. May his reign forevermore, Kupo. They sound like the things from Super Mario, little ghost dudes. The king is planning to purge the Twelveswood of his enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late. The entrance to Thorn March is deep within the Bramble Patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward, but be warned. The Moogles Guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I cannot hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo. What is this? What guarding entails? Certain duties require that you escort an NPC to a designated location, while guarding them from enemy attacks. Should you stray too far from the NPC or they are attacked, they will stop moving. The escort attempt will fail. Okay, it's just an escort. I got it. Your next objectives require guarding. You have to, the question mark icon in the duty finder. I think this is not where I'm supposed to be. Oh, it's right here. Guard. Is he gonna follow me? Oh, he just follows me. Okay, I didn't realize this was the mission. Oh, boom. Whoops. I didn't mean to do an AoE attack, but I did. Oh wait, can I have my like chicken thing out to fight for me? Is that not gonna work here? How do I summon him? Oh, one behind. Getting flanked. Oh, which one did I hit? Oh, okay, it's the right one. Trying to figure out how to play a little bit. It's been so long. Keep going, Kupo. I'm trying, man, but you're slowing me down. Every time I see his name, the Kuplo cop, I just think of the band Kublai Khan for some reason. Just a random metal band, and I'm a sucker for stupid chugging sounds. Alright. We are here. We are here, Kupo. I don't see any more beasts, do you? Are you ready to face the king, Kupo? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you attune to an aetherite, Kupo. I'll open the other way for you. My way. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish Moogles a lesson, and send the king back, whence he came. Should I watch a video for this dungeon, or is it pretty straightforward? Oh, what is this? Like a... Why is it like... Wait. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people? Is this a dungeon, or you said it's a trial? Oh, it's a trial. I was so confused when I seen that it was waiting for that many people. I guess you signed up as a tank? No, oh, yep, that would be a tank. Looks like you're a paladin. Oh no, it's a gunbreaker. Right? Oh, now you're a healer. Anything I should know about this fight, or is it just a tank and spec? I'm assuming if there's two tanks, is it like one on ads, or do I need to do like a tank swap or something? Where did my internet go? I need a new tab. Goodbye, sir.
Hi, I'm the Scrub, and you're here for one reason. Listen up, Kupo. Although cute and fuzzy on the outside, these furry little critters have a knack for getting underneath your skin and shoving their palm where it doesn't belong. Time to teach them a lesson, Kupo. Fun fact, back in the day, this trial wasn't even a thing. It was originally supposed to be a different trial. Spoiler. Have a lot of health, but they do have mechanics. First up is the Gladiator Moogle, who has the move Spinning Mog Shield, which is a small AoE beneath it. After it is defeated, the Marauder and Archer Moogles will come down. Marauder will have a big conal AoE points at one player called one.
Oh, you typed me. It's straightforward. Oh. They made it significantly easier so that trust/duty support could be run through it if needed. Okay. If I screw up, I screw up. There's 8 of us. Can't be that hard. I didn't learn much except that it looks like there's some ads. But who in the 7 hells are they? Meddling adventurers, I'd wager. Moogle's guards, 2 arms, defend the King Kupo. Hope I gotta turn my defense thing on right. God, I can barely see. Why is everyone's name text so massive? I gotta turn player name text off. I can't see anything going on. I don't know what Is that the tag? I can't even tell what's going on right now. I'm not gonna get out of this, am I? I gotta figure out how to turn off the player nameplates. I can't see anything. It's just text and nameplates. Well, I didn't know player nameplates were gonna be this huge. Why are these texts so big? Can't see anything. That was easy. I couldn't honestly see almost anything. Like the text and the nameplates, it was just all too overpowering. I could barely see what I was supposed to be doing. I saw ads spawn in because of the nameplates, but I couldn't see them. I gotta figure that out. that was brutal. Alright, that's the, I don't even care about the rest. First thing, system, what did we do? How do I fix this? Is there like a nameplate setting or a search option? How would you turn it off? Shadow, is that... character settings. Character lighting. Oh, character configuration. So it doesn't look like there's a scaling option. Yeah, I probably would just do out of battle, like, because I still want to see players' names, but I think out of battle will be a lot better. I think regular NPCs, just in case it's an escort, I'll leave on. Yeah, it was just during the battle. It was just too much. It was just too much during the battle. Or if I could just lower the font, I would, but it doesn't look like there's just a specific lower the font option for the display or for them. Oh well, hopefully that's better. It should just be out of combat now, which is fine. Alright, so we beat up the Moogle guy. Now what's next? You did it, Kupo. You did it. Good King Moogle the 7th. May his mighty soul rest in peace is no more. Shudder to think what may have happened if you not stopped the Moogle's guard when you did. Thank you. Perhaps now they will come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured, the chieftain will have no choice words for them too. You should go and tell Puckneypack that the king is no more. Kupo. She's with Raya O at Camp Tranquil, and can relay the news to the chieftain. Camp Tranquil. Whoop. Oh, I can't zoom in like that all the way. Oh. What happened? I don't know if I canceled that trade or not. I don't know what was going on there. What is it? Oral? What is that? Oops. What? I thought I had two of these screens open, but it won't show me the second one. Oh, there it is. I wanted to get this all out of the way. Whoop. Close that out. Sorry, I was trying to close it out for some reason. For some reason, Google Chrome just didn't want to close out. I don't know what was going on. It was just like lagged out from that video, I guess. I am Raya Osenin, a Padjal of Gridania, as you might discern from those horns on my head. My name may be unfamiliar to you, but doubtless you know of my sister. That would be Connie Senna, Elder Seed Seer of Gridania and Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder. Together, we are known as the Three Seed Seers, my sister, myself, and our younger brother, Arun Senna. Among my myriad titles, I am proud to call myself a practitioner of white magic, which is the art of healing. This is an art which we have no small need. The 12's wood has been made to suffer unspeakable pains, from the calamity to unending conflicts with the Beast tribes, to exploration at the hands of our own people, or exploitation of the hands of our own people. It is my duty, my calling, to provide succor, and I'll do it gladly. If I dare believe my ears, good King Mughal, the Mag VII, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen. I don't know why, but anytime I see this, I just feel like they're saying it really fast. Like, yeah, he's the best guy who ever lived. Oh, but I'm sad he's dead. All Mughal owes you a debt, Kupo. Ah, and I since Araya O wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you speak without fear of her interruptions. Zoltan. I haven't seen that movie. Is that Zoltan? Is that the thing with Adam Sandler or something? It's like Zoltan. What is Zoltan? I remember the name Zoltan sounds familiar. I just can't remember. For some reason, the Adam Sandler movie popped in my head, but I don't think that's that. Your bravery in service to the 12's wood and her Mughal shall not be forgotten. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Strand and treat her to a full account of today's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. I guess back to Gridania. It's from Dude, Where's My Car? Is it? You might be right. It's been so long since I've seen that movie, though. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. So you could be right. The only thing I remember from Dude, Where's My Car is, what does mine say? Dude, what does mine say? Sweet! I don't really remember much else from that movie. Oh, wait. I can use the crystal. Oh, and then there's the and thing at the machine. Yeah, that movie is fake in my memory, but I remember little bits and pieces of it. I think they ended up at some like weird alien thing at the end. Or not alien, but like a play place. I don't know. I don't remember. The Elder Seed Seeder is expecting you. Okay, he says the same thing every time. A Hatchling Tide event? I'll keep that in mind if I play a little later. I think my time is drawing short. Let's check. Nope. Got a little bit more time at least. She hasn't said. She said she was getting ready to leave, but she didn't leave yet. You are returned to us unharmed and victorious. Thus have I two reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Killed the mogul dude. The king is really a primal? But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Mughals don't worship him. For one thing, he's not even a good god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that though a combination of the power contained in the crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Mughals called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse. The Aether Witch compromised him, instead being scattered to the four winds. I don't know Warhammer lore, but it kind of sounds Warhammer-ish from the way my friend's describing it. That as long as you pray to someone, they can become a god, no matter who it is. But that's probably a bad interpretation of Warhammer lore. I never read any books. Only played like 2 games. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every aspect the same. Which means Ascians. The whole business reeks of their handiwork. Okay, that makes more sense. I forgot about the Ascians. Kupapo. They said it was a masked man who had taught them how years ago, but Britannia has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Okay. Confound it all. How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as the paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation, a somber thought, but a salutary one. But oftentimes they have predetermined deity they follow and then manifest. Okay. Oh, I just clicked what she just said. I hope that was what I just read. My heartfelt thanks. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter which you speak has now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. The matter which you speak has ever been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. I will see a deviation at some point. Okay. I feel like now that they mention the Ascians, I feel like it could deviate a lot if they have the power to just kind of do things. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Eda and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seedseer, mayhaps you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise the antecedent, I don't know how to say this, of all that has transpired. You know what? I could easily solve that problem. Boop, boop, boop. New window. It's literally the first thing that pops up on the Google search.
Antecedent.
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 Alright, I learned something new today. Antecedent. While Eda and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the other... Yeah, okay, I read that. I didn't want to accidentally skip it again. Antecedent. I'm still going to say it wrong. That's just the way my brain works. Go back to the Waking Sands, which I can just teleport to. Oof. But yeah, I can fly now. It's awesome. A little odd that the chicken's flying. Well, the Ascians have specific seats they inhabited on their council, and each seat likes to do/think in different ways. Some oftentimes their goals, which is similar, is achieved through different plans, completely isolated from their plans of other Ascians. I'm guessing they'll explain that more later. So right now, they haven't really talked about the Ascians too much, except they're pretty much, from what I remember, is they're just pretty much bad guys with pretty strong powers, it seems. Much later, that makes sense. It is good to see you whole and healthy. I received word from Ida and Papalimo that you have felled good King Mughal VII, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was, as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Ascians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seer of her usefulness. Her offer of additional additional support could not have come at a better time. Well, I guess it's still the same thing. We need supplies, and I'm sure that's what she'll send. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premise will be given to the care of Oriange. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not had the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our order's history. Mayhaps best that we do not forsake them entirely. Always best to have a backup plan in case the other one goes to shit. Oriange shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of the primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alice A. shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Oriange, would you inquire of him if any task remain undone? I cannot accept the feeling that I have forgotten something important. I should have paused after the first something, but oh well. And when you said Yoshi P starts throwing more lore at me, Yoshi P, I'm guessing, is the main guy of the game. Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering what Yoshi P was. When I saw Yoshi for a second, I was thinking Super Mario. I was like, wait a minute, I gotta ask. Thou art ever welcome, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave, unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history? In a man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to have found the banner of his ancestors faded by the eons, and still man gloreth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in the shadows remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. Man speaking like it's the 1300s. Be not offended. The conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength, In all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhaps it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lesson of history. Would that be the same could be said of ah whence came that cry? The solar 12 Forfen, the antecedent. There's no way she's dead. Nah, I was gonna say I don't believe it. You must. Here. Oh. Tell me, Louisoix, would you have done the same? Louisoix Levier was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his would that I had met him prior to his passing. Oh, you got a mask on, it's an Asian. An Asian here? How? How readily you see, you are indeed gifted, antecedent. But you are not like the others. Your robes. Yeah, they're white, not black. I noticed that too. Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been a millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. He who? You speak of La Habrea? La Habrea is a warrior. He fought, he fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. He's alive? And he still is? Yeah, then he's still... Come, I only confirm that which you already know. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. What are... We're ready when you are, my lady, if there's nothing else. Is something the matter? I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave. But I'm sure... Ooh, sorry. But I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's toll. Uh-oh. I said it right in front of the Asian. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Well, I'm sure they probably already know. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It seems like they can just teleport, so I'm sure they knew where we're going right away. Oh, so he's there the whole time. She couldn't just see him? It is only to be expected she lacks the gift and knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. So wait, why couldn't Tatru see him? I do not understand. Yeah, me either. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectations, and expectations colors perception. Thus did she perceive naught. So it is with all but a chosen few, even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing! The gifts grant you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Habrea did not think so highly of the echo. La Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The echo is indeed a gift, a bit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples. For now, We be of one mind. I leave as I came in peace, Antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Wait. Stay where you are. Damn. Mayhaps I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Wait, it is also by her hand that you survived the ardor, I wonder? Rhythm mess that was 1.0, although if you want it, you could run private servers for original pre 1.0 and you can see the kind of game it was. Most of the ideas of FF14 came from FF11, which is a bit of nostalgia as far as what it looks like and how it plays. And I think if I do anything nostalgia-wise, I'll probably just like do Classic WoW, because I haven't leveled up a character in Classic WoW since launch. It's been a while since I played Classic WoW. I definitely don't do like private server stuff though. I never really dabbled in that stuff. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intentions was, it was not to kill. See, I knew she wasn't dead. I feel like it would probably have been way more dramatic if she did. I heard her cry. What happened? Are you alright? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Orianze, send word to the students of Baldessian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there's any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady? Was that what gave you the cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Pray attend me, Tataru. I just don't even understand how I'm supposed to find the Ascian, like, realistically. I guess in this case, the Ascian would have to... Wait, I thought I heard something, sorry. Get out of here. Went the wrong way. Thought I heard a noise outside. Something was loud, but it went away. Well, it didn't make the noise again. Alright, so where to? I'm literally right outside. Just standing there. I am told that you are the warrior of light. But I would know, but I would know for myself. Sorry, I thought he said no, and I was confused for a second. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that if you will be waylaid, you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. So he just wants to fight? Okay. He wants to test my skills. I'm assuming. We're being judged. Where's my name bar at? Party members, alliance members, other piece. Yeah, pet names too. That should have been. Thought that was already. I already clicked that one off. Alliance members, other PC friends. Yeah, it should be out of battle. Everything's out of battle, but the pet's name still showed up. Maybe because I didn't have other PCs. It's its own tab. Oh, own. There we go. Out of battle. There we go. Oh, actually, others, NPCs. That's fine. That should fix all my problems. Oh, what the hell just happened with my action bars, though? What did I click? What happened to my action bars? Go back and click on keyboard top left. Oh, there it goes. I didn't realize I clicked that. Oh, sorry. I was just I was like, what did I just click? Thank you. Thank you for the help. Alright, let's move on now. I'm being judged. Well, that's rude. Alright, so the pet name's still on, but I got mine off, so that's one problem solved. What happens if you hit the home key on that? I don't. My keyboard doesn't even have a home button. I got like one of them short keyboards, so I don't have like the number pad or any of those extra options. I mean, I have a keyboard like that, but I use it for on another computer when I actually need to do stuff. Oh, put you in first person mode. I think I have. I keybound that to something else, but I forgot what I keybound it to. I'll have to look at that later. Might still be the same button. The guy doesn't want to follow. So you're in Skyrim. They're the best memes though. Especially when it's any meme with someone falling and they just wake up. Ah, Venture, you're finally awake. I miss Skyrim. I haven't played that. That's another game I haven't played in a while. I never played a modded Skyrim. I definitely need to go back and just buff up the graphics to like some insane level. And then play through it. Can I just like... Hey, leave them all? Nope, they all stay still. Ah, that sucks. Oh well. Put you and that chocobo's beef, of course. And I'm guessing when the dragon shows up, it's the Calamity. Or Bahamut, whatever. I forget his name. Bahamut, something like that. Just Dalamon falling out of the sky. Oop. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save he who bested La Brea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you should know I only acted in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Hebrea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique, nevertheless. I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all soon shall change soon, or soon change. As it was, so shall it began, as it always shall have been, as should it always have been. Oh, keep getting tongue-tied. Doubt my claims and questions my motives, if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am how do you say that? I am Elidibus, I don't know. Emissary, bearer of the word and one true God, and we shall meet again. Hopefully I said it somewhat right. Wait, WF? I don't even know what that is. Warframe. Oh, okay. Wait, where did Warframe come from? Was I not paying attention to chat? Oh, Jack, you said that. I missed what you said. Okay, that's where I got confused. So I'm on my new monitor. It's like it's all weird the way everything's set up now. I'm like looking at the wrong places for chat. Back here. You know what? I'm gonna be lazy. I got 82 of these things. I might as well use them. I never played Warframe. I never really played many shooting games, but I mean I have but mainly it was like Call of Duty, Halo, and then most recently Tarkov, and I play a lot of Tarkov. That game's infuriating and fun at the same time. Yeah, I can fly. I was just lazy. I mean, I got 82 of them things, and it probably still saved like 30 seconds. Oh, my girl texted me. Let me see what she's saying. She said she was stopping back home after her and her parents and the baby went to dinner, so she hasn't come home yet, so I'll keep playing. Thank the gods you returned. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive? Beg pardon, he was waiting for you? What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so it shall begin again? Or, as it was, so shall it be again? Of when does he speak? And of what exactly? The words of... Still don't know how to say his name yet. Elidibus? I don't know. Ported much, but revealed nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Hebrea. Sigh. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Warframe is pretty solid, fun looter shooter story, and is very interesting. At least as far as Railjack when I stopped playing. But alas, it makes my CPU angry. And I'm so far in the game that I have the 100-foot wall of relearning how everything works together. Yeah. That's the one thing that sucks about when you play a game that has a lot to do with it and you haven't played it in a while. Quite close. The I is pronounced like in and decent. So a lid in bus. So a lid Elidinbus? I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a cutscene when they finally talk and say it. If he's important, they'll say his name. Elidibus. Okay, Elidibus. Hopefully I say it right. Let us set aside the matter of this Asian until we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. Oh, there we go. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets, while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years. Though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Urianger will fare better. Tell him to treat this with care. It is all I have left of my father. I still can't say her name. I say Merylwib. I don't know if that's right. Merylwib. Actually correct. Well, they said her name in cutscenes, so I feel like it was a little bit easier to kind of pick up on. But they didn't say her last name, but I think it's Blowfishwin. I think they said it once. Normally once they say it in the game, it kind of clicks in my head a little bit. But if they only say it like once, then I'll probably forget. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small such thing to surrender such a cherished memento. While I can imagine the antecedent's pain, upon my honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. More V in the Vish. Oh, okay, so it's with Blovishwin. This is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I cannot wait no longer. I literally walked 10 feet. What do you mean? I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to, once you have given the journal to Urianger, I bid you come to the seventh heaven in Revenant's Toll. I want to say seventh stone. Tataru will be there to show you inside our new headquarters, assuming you have already attuned to it. You may wish to make use of our new Aetherite in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. Pretty sure I have that already. Waiting for you to walk into the side room and sprint out. I've done that already. Where instead of turning right, I just leave. I've done that 4 times already just today. Where instead of just turning into that, turning in there, I just jump right out because the mini map's too much. Oh. Listen, you gotta forgive me. I'm a little stupid. My brain wanders too much. Yeah, she literally waited for me to dip. Already closed the door and then ran out. I can't wait him to see me leave for the place I told him I was leaving. Or Donna. Yeah, I have the crystal. Oh, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. As I was just telling your restive receptionist here, I am pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all the signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and as comfortable as a home for us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Take that odd-looking fellow over there, for example. He's been eyeing us most suspiciously ever since we arrived. I cannot help but wonder if we are truly safe here. He's just standing there, menacingly. Wait a minute. That's the Empire dude. Ah, that man. I can't say I've spoken to him myself, but rumor has it he's come to hunt for ancient treasures in the Crystal Tower. Forget his name. It's to do with the island as far ahead. He's the true Empire. I forget already. It's been a minute. Nero. Yeah. You've seen the structure I speak of, no? It'd be hard to miss. That massive pillar of shining crystals that loom high over the land just to the southeast of here. Yeah, that would have seemed to be hard to miss. If the tales are to be believed, it's a remnant of some ancient civilization. The details remain a mystery, and that's no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. It's like I get tongue-tied on these S's. What do you mean the guy didn't wear a mask? Oh, yeah, I don't know who it is. I'm sorry. I don't know who it is. He has a mask on. Who could it be? They could have maybe did a better job hiding his identity for a little bit. The man over there is no exception. If my instincts are true, he knows more than most. If you were curious about the tower yourself, you could do worse than to talk to him and see what he knows. Why, if I weren't otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. I mean, just look at it. I can scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside. Well, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts are not to skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that, I believe it's time for you to officially announce your presence to everyone inside. The antecedent and the others will surely override your joy. Oh, I clicked too fast. Override your... Whoops, accidentally clicked. Crystal Towers quest series is now available from the Outlandish Man. In order to progress the main scenario, you must first complete a certain quest in the Crystal Tower series. While you are granted respite from your duties as a Scion, use your time to probe the depths of the Crystal Tower and see what ancient secrets may be gleaned. Legacy of a log. Do I know you? Ah, unless I'm very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Garlean Empire's general, are you not? The great Stormblessed himself. Amazing. And more than that, a little serendipitous. One might even call it fate. But I recently received word of a truly unique opportunity, you see. An opportunity the like of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. The reward, not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk, a single misstep could cost you your life. But what is a little danger to a storied hero such as yourself? Or such as you. A man with an absolute confidence in his own abilities stands to profit handsomely from this adventure. No, I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. If my words have fanned the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name of Rombrose, a Saint Coinarch Find. Saint Coinarch Find? That's weird. It is he who stands at the doorway. Bud, you're blocking my screen. You stands at the doorway to untold marvels awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. Bud, when you come through, you block the screen a little bit. What's up, bud? I fed you earlier, so I know you ain't hungry. Where is that quest at on the map? Over there? Yeah. Let's go inside and talk to Mephilia. The only thing I can think of is, Trixie knocked your water bowl over. Normally you go to sleep after I feed you. So who's in here? There's the emissaries. What is going to give me a voice dialogue conversation? Haven't had one in a while. This ain't going to be that time. Well, it is certainly spacious. He wants to be bad so bad. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. For today, we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve to all Eorzea's people, proudly and openly. But this does not mean we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political consideration to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our singular purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Makes sense? For Eorzea. A moment of your time. I would like to speak of Elidibus. Hope I said it right that time. This is why they need more voice cutscenes, so I can just hear them say the names. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter of which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine in every attempt to contact the students of Baldessian hath been met with silence. But stop hitting my mouse, you just knocked it off the damn table. No one will respond. There you go, lay down. I could pet you without you running all over the place. How odd, then you stand back up. How odd to allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No. No. I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps? But not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. Well, couldn't the Ascian just teleport in there? For instance? But those who lack the gift and the knowledge both, oh no. Yep, that was my first thought. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldessian, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such times we have evidence as to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must seek the other source of information on Elidibus. 'Tis possible the others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlikely to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Just go talk to them, Oriange. They'll get mad and give you whatever you want. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could I be? What could be next? I wondered. A visit from the crimson-clad Asian, perhaps? An Ocher, or a Puce? I don't know what they are. And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time, I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystal of darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we have found our way to rid ourselves of the Asian menace. But I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work, and we do not understand. But just block. All right, buddy. What's up? Want to go in the bowl or something? There you go. Move him up there. There are forces at work we do not understand. Your brother bullies you out of that bowl every day. You should lay in it while you got the chance. I discern them all around. And disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise to meet it as one. My stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessings. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Ryle, where are you? I think I said that right. Your intercession was not foretold. Intersection was not foretold? I think I said that wrong. You object? Is this a new one? Nebralis? Nebriolus? I don't know. We question our plans. Our plans are in motion, your intentions unclear. They survived the 7th ardor, and stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? I want to know more about these guys. No, it does not. It doesn't care. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the vial is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see. Still waters. Well, it didn't take long for a new assignment. Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from the Almaji and Sons mineral concern. It would appear their stone house in the horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seem in isolation, occasionally discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that this pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. Primals. I don't know why my guy's face looks so surprised. The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in the service of a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for the horizon at your earliest convenience. Oh, I said vial instead of veil. My bad. I get tongue-tied a lot. If I can make this font like 3 times the size, I probably wouldn't have that problem. I probably need glasses. That's probably the true issue. Rendezvous with Y'shtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the 3 of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope your fears prove unfounded when you do. Like, a lot of these words look blurry. I probably do need glasses, but that's another day. It's weird. It's just words. Like, when I'm looking at everything else, it's fine. But when I, like, look at font, like, even this, it's like, ugh. That probably is the issue why I misread and get, like, stuck a lot. Back close to Ul'dah. Ah, your assistance is most welcome. I have already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose. Albeit to it little avail. Or a bit too little avail. Oh, here we go, getting tongue-tied again. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go further into further detail, but your time might be better spent in the conversation with Fufulalupa. He is the officer charged with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhaps it will elude yours. Falupa. Oh, hello there. Dang it, was it? Y'shtola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystal stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... Ah, but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, a driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of the checkpoints of the Royal Allagan Sunway. The cart bolted off toward eastern Thanalan, where, thank the gods, I hear our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage? That would seem curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning, yet the Almaja do have a foothold in eastern Thanalan. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving that report any moment now, but I failed to see what else it could. And right on cue. Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. Or, on second thought perhaps, it's good news after all. Thancred, where have you been off to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I just took a brief excursion from the to the east to check up on our Almaja friends. And wouldn't you believe it? I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends in the Brass Blades intercept it. In all my years, I have never seen such prodigious quantity of somnus. The Blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. If that's so, alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us. Against all expectations, it would seem the Amolja are innocent of this particular spat of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during the last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I cannot fathom is why anyone else would go through such length to attain crystals and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motives were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Urianger of our progress or lack thereof.
Now then.
Oh my god, it's voiced. I'm so happy.
'Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
What he's gonna say? Oh man. Okay.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to...
Before I continue, I want to know how frustrating the guy who had to voice act this guy, he definitely had to sit there and read them lines like 10 to 20 times before he even did it. Like every sentence at least 10 times.
Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Ugh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's toll.
Doing a good job, though. I can't complain.
Insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
I like the voice actor. I like the way he sounds and the way the way he's reading the old slang. I say slang, but I just know it's how they talk back in the old days. Like the 1300s or whatever. That looks cool. I like the purple.
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
No one knows. Is that an upgrade, I wonder? It is. Alright, finally I start getting upgrades. Oh, that's the same thing. Again. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then. For one of better suggestions, I say we try picking Bafupa's brain again. Who knows? If we work together, we may find something of use, nestled away within. Oh, but it is good news to see you return. I have given some thought to the matter, and I have just hit upon the most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there was someone among our own ranks conspiring with them, a traitor in our own midst? I mean, that would have been one of my first thoughts, not last. It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well founded. Insofar as better gear is concerned, have you checked the Sundry's merchant near the 8th rate in Oldal? No, I have not yet. I just kind of been going just through the story and wherever it takes me. I haven't really clicked on any of the merchants or nothing yet. I feel like the game's gearing me well, and then when I went to the auction house after I first hit level 50, there was a ton of stuff in there, very cheap, so I just kind of bought myself gear. Indeed. That's why I was saying I'm finally seeing an upgrade, because I bought a lot of like item level 90 stuff when I was at like item level 50. Indeed, if for reasons of security, the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in the horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. Ah, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would the thieves willingly risk an open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret to entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone Mikoti Mitre? I gotta look up how to say that. Traveling without escort as not to attract attention. But who? Ah, I see. The concern may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed to this miner, would certainly need to rest upon the way, mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerlia. A fine spot for the rest. Would you not agree? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Ahem, forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. That was strange. Why did he have to go give orders out right when we were going to go do something? I don't trust him now. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender, so that you may become prepared to offer them some encouragement. You already told me to go to the north. I feel like I'm going more south. Where would I see that at? Isn't that like a tab where I can see all the stuff I gathered? Oh, grab a second. Getting attacked. They don't have that much health. Barely. You say poetics? I have 722. Stubborn to the last, as expected. You are unharmed. Just get up, she's in. A gang of sea wolf thieves, and in Thanalan, no less. I suppose there's a first for everything. Sea wolves? All of them? Aye. And all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. I got my character just... Thankred, if you would be so good as to attend the outstanding matters in Horizon. I have inquiries to make. To Horizon, then. Fufu will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. Don't call him Fufu. Fufu the Pa. On behalf of the brass blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. But we have not been idle while you were afield. We succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? Then by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. No. I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, I stuttered. He may, manage to subdue the unit of the Blades dispatched to detain him and made his goods escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that Samus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No. He was quite strong, a sea wolf, Lemimsian, born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him, and you have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me apprised of any developments. I think he's the traitor. Yes, he's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know. But one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed. Or do you mean to give me another one of those static nods? You do, don't you? Oh god, at least the game memes on it too. I feel like I do the same thing too. Every time I have to do something. The antecedent bid me to tell you to make way for for you to make the Vesper Bay, where young Alphinaud awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident, I am not to privy the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphinaud has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blades, and when I do, may rest assured that we will have our answers. I gotta use one of these. You are late. No matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, this vessel belongs to our band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with the Doma, yes? In Orthard? Well, like the rest of the nations, the eastern continent is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I like the hiccups now. I should be very interested to hear their tale, and more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We will be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Ul'dah. Unless I am mistaken, and I rarely am mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with the Sultan Sworn on the Royal Promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be pursued by some. And if not, who better to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do enjoy your sparkling repertory. Messed it up. Oh well. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. I wanted to say a different word when he said that, not that one, so it threw me off. Did it throw me right here because this boat can take me to Ul'dah? It appears not. I'll just teleport over there. Make it easier. What am I here? Oh, I believe the girlfriend is home with the baby, so my time is short. we have somewhere to be at 4 o'clock, so probably got about 10 more minutes. So maybe I'll just finish up this quest chain a little bit, or get as far as I can. I think that would help if I would go the right way, instead of wandering to nowhere. I thought I heard someone open my door. I try to keep a noise cancellation on this, so I don't know if you heard it. It was pretty loud though, because she slammed it for some reason. That door does slam though, so she probably didn't do it intentionally. If I get a strong gust of wind, from outside, my front door slams like there's no tomorrow. I'm shocked it didn't like break the door yet. There's across from my house, there's like a school, and then on this side there's like a church. And then right where I am, there's like a big opening in between them, and the wind just gusts straight into my house. It kind of sucks at times. Most of the time I'm lucky though, because it blows on the other side, so I normally don't have to worry about it too much. But some days when it's like today, a little stormy outside, the wind kind of goes the other way and slams my front of my house. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permission, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir, we have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. I hope you will find me more to your liking. Alphonse Levier. I know he said his last name before, but I think I said that right. Levier. At your service, a friend. Oh, I double clicked. I don't know what was said. Pray join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. Your second favorite character, Yugiri, behind Yustola. I'll take it that's who the masked girl was. If it said her name, I wasn't paying attention, so that would be my fault. Is that in Uldal, the quicksand? I would assume so, right? Yeah. Okay, it's this place, the inn. Okay, I remember. Not playing for the month or two kind of messed me up. My job's just been throwing me on all different shifts because we had a bunch of people, well, not quit, but get fired. So it's kind of sucked. I had to kind of ping pong around a little bit, but everything seems to be back to normal. But now the downside is with my job.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma.
Yeah, it does say you.
In hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is right now, like for me right now, the time is 3:21, and my normal shift is I would go into work at like 3 a.m. and be done like 11:30 p.m. and then I would normally stream during the day. But now, with my girl having her schedule changed, it's really hard to find time to stream because I don't want to come home from work and then stream like 2 hours and then she's home and then it's like now I'm off for the day. So I might end up going more toward a nighttime schedule, like later, like I guess it's 9:30 for me now, probably more towards like 6, 7, or 8 p.m. But I got to see how my work plans out because for me, I work in an ice cream plant. I drive a forklift and a freezer. So this is going to start being, well, it's not just ice cream, but it's like a freezer. So for us, this is starting to get to our busiest time of the year where I might start having a lot of overtime. So I might have to default towards streaming later in the night versus day. So I'll probably end up with an hour or two overtime every day once that summertime comes. I am forklift certified, correct? I'm technically the lead forklift driver, so they got me in the busiest aisle, so it sucks. Like, there'll be days where some people don't even get a truck, and they're just like, oh, look, I stocked for the day, I'm done. And I'm sitting over here like, oh, rushing getting everything stopped for today. But I get paid more, so I'm not complaining. But if they ever move me, I'm telling them, don't expect that same level of work. We had traveled, oh yeah, this is a conversation. We'll continue
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri.
Yugiri.
Aye. Lying within Othard, Domar was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Uldar are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Like real life.
Be that as it may, Uldar is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
I was also wondering that too, but I just assumed
Men are
it
wont
looked
to
cool, so
fear
I
the
didn't complain.
unfamiliar. We know this from experience.
Won't fear the unfamiliar. I mean, it's obvious she had a tail, so I mean, how unfamiliar could you be?
We seek only to spare the people of Uldar unnecessary disquiet.
I feel like I've seen other, like, this dude don't look normal either. He's big and blue.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
Oh, sure. Have the introvert make conversation. Screw you, Alphinold. This is why I just head nod. If I may, sir, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat our tales of tribulation, nor would it please you to listen to them. I think suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much. Desperation compels me. Gentle sir, if you and your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. I think the warrior alike can manage that. I think a lot of people owe me favors. Hells, why didn't you say so sooner? Of course I'll help. You could have picked a better day to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow, but just sent word that they can't come. meaning I have a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for a lot in advance. Go in and call on Fredoria, or Fredora, and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order to the Waking Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight. Oh, the Waking Sands still getting more use. Looks like I gotta go... Yeah. Both people I need to talk to pretty much side by side. I don't know if I said it, but I stole the last name from a character in a book. What is it? The Way of Kings. It's like 5 books right now from Brandon Sanderson. Really good fantasy books. Forget the books I started with, though. There's a ton of them. I forget how it starts. Oh, my, that's an odd-ride request. Mayhaps you misheard her instructions? No. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it, you mark my words. Well, the food was already paid for, so what are you just gonna throw it all away instead? Jeez, even my job doesn't do that. If there's food that's gonna get thrown away and it's salvageable, they'll at least let people take it home. Jeez, can't waste food in these days. She's in the business of feeding refugees now? I ain't normally one to question Mistress Mamandi's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me any man what can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. And then when as you claim, when foreign or refugees come and start killing all your animals for meat, then you're gonna get mad at that. Now they're poaching. You gotta have a line somewhere, man. If you don't feed them, then they're gonna poach your food. You ain't gonna win either way. Well, I guess you can win. Just be nice. It's food, damn it. Acting like you're asking them for $1 million. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought it bugged out. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Yagiri it's all in hand. No, they gave me trouble. Don't lie, Warrior Light. I dare not hope for such magnanimity, much less expect it. Mistress Mamandi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Lady Yagiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply. We have been granted an audience before the Sultana and the Syndicate both. We should return to the Royal Promenade at once. Or Promenade. You have done much for us, Master Alphanode. I swear we shall return the favor. Naught is owed, Lady Yagiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words. And it is with words you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of the philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalpable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us in the Royal Promenade. What's going on, buddy? You hearing all this talk of food and getting excited? way your food bowl is empty, bro. I filled that up 3 hours ago. I do have to get off shortly, so I'm thinking once I wrap up talking to the Sultana, hopefully it's a voiced dialogue, and I'll probably end it there. Ah, Roban, the man, the myth, the legend. A pleasure. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. Please be voiced. Please be voiced.
I, Yugiri of Domar, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I would have definitely said pauper wrong. I've never seen that word before.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Domar, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Lolorito.
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends.
Wow, this whole place looks like it's made with gold.
And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think.
Man, sounds like he would be great on the news. until they talk about, oh, foreign refugees are criminals.
Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Uldar. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Well, of course someone was going to be opposed to it, so that's not really surprising.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Ah, yes. The law is the law. And so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
He's
My
just
lord,
jumping.
I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than Gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Uldar's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage hath fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Only one stayed.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, Little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
So, looks like they are not allowed in. I don't think any of them will be an upgrade. As you observe, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Often have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Bah! I will waste no more words on him. Not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone follow me to the Hall of Flames. They keep talking about Alamigo a lot. I'm assuming that'll probably be like the next expansion. I guess that's Heaven's Ward. Go to Alamigo or something, because the amount of times they keep bringing this place up is insane. And I accidentally crit. Ah, agreed. Ul'dah is not an option. I'm guessing he was just saying they can't be there. Nor Limsa, Laminsa, or Gridania. I judge even the state of their internal affairs. We leave our Doman friends confined to a ship. Guys, the thought of them huddled in an airless hole with no hope of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concerns of great nations. Revenant's Hold? Amphilia, this is precisely what I wish to discuss. Eventually, but not Heaven's Word. I figured the amount of times they keep talking about this Alamigo place, I'm like, I feel like we're gonna go there. I felt like that was foreshadowing to be like the next place I'm gonna be headed. I understand the Syndicate's decision. I do. We all wish to preserve that with our, which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot not meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time? A week? Mayhap even just a few days? Excellent. I shall keep you informed. Lady Yagiri, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphinaud. The headquarters of my order, Scions of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordana. Like most outposts, it is frequented by merchants and other men of action, and lacks the comfort of a more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands. Hard labor, lest you no doubt, with naught save food and shelter by the way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself proposed, Lady Yagiri. Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracies being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphinaud, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life of your people go to is one hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. And before that, there remains the tongue-tied again. And before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll. which will be no small feat considering the distance at their present condition. Considering the distance in their present condition. Mayhaps the Old Donian Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon. Lady Yagiri, if you find your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide. Speak to Alphanol. I should... Yeah, I'll just run there. It's not like it's that far. Oh. So what I'll do is I'll talk to Alphano, which I'm guessing will set up what I gotta do next, and then I'll probably be getting off. And my girl has been home for like a half hour now. I'm sure she probably wants me to get off since she was out all day so she can get a break. Or she took the baby with her, so I'm sure she probably wants to relax for a little bit. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their own ship, with insufficient supplies and a scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Mamandi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordana. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the Immortal Flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed, but the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordana. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf. Very well, we should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen the good people, it is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Yugiri. And in Revenant's Toll, my lord. Well, it sounds like you have work to do, Lady Yugiri. Let's put our heads together and settle on the details of our arrangement, shall we? I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you, after you have rested your own weary legs. Of course, what you say you. As we speak, the Domans prepare for departure at Vesper Bay, wherefrom they will be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. I would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process, through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hosen. When you arrive. As Lady Yugiri tells it, he has been designated the leader of the first group. Perfect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to teleport to Vesper Bay, and then I'm going to pause there for today. I might be back on later tonight. What time is it now? It's almost 4 p.m. It might be, if I get back on later tonight, it might be 8 or 9 p.m. But if I do, I might end up racing instead, but we'll see. And tomorrow I have to, I don't think I'm going to be on tomorrow. Me and my girl have plans to take our daughter to, I think it's Jack Hartman, is what it's called? one of them kid shows is in our neighborhood, so we're gonna take her to go see it live versus watching it on TV. See how she does. Never really took her to like a concert kind of thing before, so that'll be fun. But yep, I'll park right here, and this will be where I leave off for now. Right, yeah, it's a good place to leave it. But yep, that's going to do it for me. Thank you, Jack, for stopping by as always, and I'm probably going to say your name wrong, Remrock_Kier. Thank you also for stopping by, I appreciate it. And like I said, I'll probably be back to streaming. I'm going to try to do it a little more often, at least maybe hoping at least 3 times a week. But just with my work schedule changing, it's going to be a little hard to get a dedicated schedule. But it's more than likely going to be like 6, 7, 8, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And they'll probably all be short streams during the work week. Probably like 2 or 3 hours. But I do want to start getting through this game a little more. My friends have been nagging me about it, but I'm like, you know, I have other stuff to play, and I had Sim Race. I've been playing Tarkov with one friend off stream. Because I can't stream with him because God knows what he's going to say. And I also do sim racing, but I do stream the sim racing. So as you can tell, I still haven't been streaming a lot. But yeah, I'm going to be getting back to hopefully streaming a lot more, whether it be Final Fantasy or streaming.